Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Odin's Movie Blog. I am the critic who is a cynic. Hope you're doing well. The first thing I want to do before I get into any articles whatsoever is I want to directly address YouTube. And I just think it's absolutely ridiculous that you have this nonsensical algorithm that you never really explain, that there's really no really deep understanding for, that just automatically flags videos for no real good reason whatsoever. Anyone that watches my channel knows I don't curse in any of my videos. I don't ever really talk about things that are just abnormal, out of left field. I talk about relevant things. I give my own spin on it, but the fact that within 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, the video that I did yesterday, talking about stats and talking about how people are trying to twist 1% into something a lot bigger than what it is, somehow that was offensive. Somehow that was something that deserved to be demonetized. And unfortunately, what happens is that they demonetize you, which means that the algorithm affects how many people are actually going to be able to see your video, which means that it's going to be a lot harder to get to the threshold of 1,000 views if you're a smaller channel like I am, in order to be able to get a manual review. And then when you do get a manual review, because I've had it happen before where I got lucky enough to get to that 1,000 views that I needed for a review to happen, then even then they will take forever to review your channel. And then even if they determine that, oh no, we were correct, the algorithm was right, and this is not worthy of getting advertisers, even then, though, they don't tell you why or what it was about your video that was offensive, that was not appropriate. They don't tell you. So how in the world are small YouTube creators, small YouTube channels like mine, supposed to navigate this mysterious algorithm? And then when we do challenge the algorithm having made a mistake, when you confirm saying, oh, well, we manually reviewed it and we said it was totally, we can't have ads on this video. Are you mad? Are you insane? Even then, you do not even tell the channels what is wrong in the first place. Your communication with you has been absolutely terrible, and I am praying for the day that a new service starts up, a YouTube competitor, because I cannot wait to ditch YouTube. Because I'm sorry, I'm getting so sick and tired of this algorithm nonsense, and it's just absolutely frustrating. But anyway, guys, because of the fact that you may not have seen my video yesterday because it was demonetized and it was affecting who was able to see it, I wanted to talk about the actual original article that the Mary Sue decided to take from and to spin in this just nonsensical direction. And that is here from the Washington Post. Who ate Star Wars for its newfound diversity? Here are the numbers. So again, if I'm going to rehash anything and you don't care about this topic anymore, hey, I understand. If you need to stop watching, that's fine. But you know what? At the end of the day, if you want to tweet out to YouTube saying, stop attacking small creators, stop making it so hard for young channels to be able to succeed and do better, please go ahead and do so. I mean, I've already tried to contact them several times and call them out for their nonsense, but apparently it's just not enough. But let's just dive into this one more time. And again, this time we're going to be taking it from the actual original source itself, the Washington Post article written by Bethany Lacina. And again, if you want to check this out for yourself, you can see the link. Again, Bethany Lacina, Washington Post. I don't know if that's the reason why I got demonetized. I don't know if someone flagged me or whatever it was. Because again, they don't tell you why you're demonetized. They just do it. They just do everything from the shadows and everything. Oh, it's the algorithm, and they don't explain anything why. But anyway, as it says here, America's most iconic franchise, Star Wars, has been denounced by the alt-right for unflattering representation of men, casting to pander to diversity, and leftist moralizing. Oh my goodness, I thought the Mary Sue article was fantastic, but now already the Washington Post article is starting off saying it's the alt-right. The alt-right? Are you kidding me? I wonder if this woman thinks that I'm alt-right, or like Jeremy Geeks and Gamers is alt-right, or alt-right, or Ivan Ortega, Jesse Milestone, Anna that Star Wars girl, everyone over at World Class BSers. I wonder if all of those people, John Talk Star Wars, oh my goodness, why am I blanking on more than Ethan Van Sciver? I guess all of us are part of this alt-right movement because we don't like how men are represented and because, pandering to diversity. Well, yeah, you're right, because forced diversity is not actual diversity. Forced diversity is a political agenda. Again, forced diversity is identity politics taken to the max, and you spinning a story and crafting a story just based on race. When guess what that's actually racism. That is actually racism. When you are making decisions, when you are casting people and making actual choices based on a person's race or gender, guess what that is, guys? Guess what that is? Do I have to spell it out for you? That discussion of gender and race in Star Wars went mainstream after the December 2017 release of The Last Jedi. The movie, as the franchise's first non-white female lead, portrays an elderly Luke Skywalker confronting his failures and leaves the Jedi Order in the hands of a young woman. Oh, good Lord, man. Oh, man, because, we hate women. We hate women. We hate minorities. All this stuff. Oh my goodness. Did I say that? And oh my goodness, was I saying that in a sarcastic manner? Oh, YouTube's algorithm, please don't demonetize me again. I guarantee you guys, this video is going to get demonetized again. But you know what? I'm just doing this to make the point that I am not saying anything that controversial. I'm calling them out on their nonsense because this is nonsense. The fact is that most people who are against and critical of The Last Jedi are all from different backgrounds, both gender and ethnic. It does not matter even in the first place because at the end of the day, we all have this same frustration with the fact that narratively, objectively, from a narrative perspective, the characters are weak, the stories aren't very good, and also this sense of forced diversity at the sake and forsaking the storyline is not a good thing in any franchise, in any movie. In June, harassment prompted Kelly Marie Tran, a Vietnamese American actress. I think she was born in America. I'm pretty sure when I looked at where she was born in the United States, which means she's an American. Again, this is all into identity politics. It's all like, oh, we have to identify where she's from. It's like, she's from here. She was born in America. She is an American. I mean, I don't call myself an Irish, German, etc. American because I have a very rich background. By the way, I also have a family from Spain and also the Canary Islands. So fun fact about me. But apparently, we have to identify ourselves by all these different titles and all these different names. I mean, and again, this is just putting out the same nonsense. Oh, delete her Twitter account because of all this stuff. It's like, it's already been made clear by her words specifically, that it's not just the people who are online, the 1% that they're about to get to, that were talking and saying bad things and saying mean things on Twitter. There's also the fact that there's this toxic environment in Hollywood and in the media. But again, they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about it at all. In August, Tran wrote in the New York Times that online commentators seem to confirm what's growing up as a woman and a person of color already taught me, that I belong to the margin spaces, valid only as minor characters in their lives and in their stories. And I love how, you see how they start the quote there and then they infer online commentators? It's actually, she never specifies who she's talking about. It's actually interesting. Again, read it for yourself. Read her words for yourself because, again, these media types love to twist everything around. Again, she is definitely making certain mention to something that happened while she was on Instagram. But to try and act like that's all she's talking about is just nonsense. All right, so here's we get to it. Oh, let's see. How common is it actually? And so here again is the statistic that I thought was hilarious yesterday. I found that in a keyword search for Star Wars or The Last Jedi, so including both, the Mary Sue only said The Last Jedi, so it's a Star Wars or The Last Jedi, including variants and abbreviations. So again, a lot of Star Wars talk. About 6% of tweets used offensive language. Yes, offensive language. And again, I said this yesterday. The fact that tweets, whether they're related to Star Wars or not, the fact that 6% of any category of tweets had only 6% of offensive language, like cursing and things like that, that's amazing. That's actually really impressive. Like, I'm proud of people tweeting about Star Wars, the fact that only 6% of them used a naughty word every now and then. That's actually really interesting. I removed false positives in which the algorithm misunderstood the context. Yeah, so I trust you. On the other hand, the algorithm cannot detect politely worded attacks, so it's possible that it underestimates the abuse. Yeah, let's just make excuses for the low number. Nor could I count tweets deleted by their author or for violation of community standards, which disappear from Twitter's archives. Twitter's data suggests about 5% of tweets are deleted. Okay, so 5% of tweets. What percentage of that is Star Wars related tweets? I mean, you're kind of just grasping at straws here to try to explain away that low 6%. Hate speech is rarer than offensive language. No kidding! I could have told you that, and I didn't even do a study. You want to know why? Because I have eyes. Because I have ears. Because I know that most people in the world aren't racist or sexist. Oh my goodness. And guess what? Me saying those words? Oh my goodness, the algorithm is going to get me, guys. I'm so scared. But hate speech is rarer than offensive language, appearing in about 1 tweet out of 100. 1%. 1% contain hate speech. 1%. This is about Star Wars. 1%. Oh my goodness, guys. It's an epidemic of mass proportions. 1%, as I said yesterday. 1.1% gigawatts. Great Scott. bots. However, this is likely an underestimate of the amount of oh my goodness, however, this is likely an underestimate of the amount of posted hate speech, since most hate speech is subject to deletion for violating community standards. Yes, let's just make excuses. Let's just make excuses saying, "Oh no, but it's actually a lot larger and we can't contain or understand just how big the problem is." But 1%, guys, is gigantic, and just you wait, there's like 50% of tweets being deleted. It's insane. Such tweets are not popular. Tweets with offensive language or hate speech are from accounts that have fewer followers than average. Further, these posts receive fewer endorsements, likes, or favorites, retweets, or replies to more neutral posts. Exactly, because again, people don't like racism and sexism when it is actually racist and sexist. This is not a surprise. This is not some newfound thing. People don't like it. People don't like racism and sexism. We live in a very different time where the vast majority of people, again, only 1% of tweets about The Last Jedi, Star Wars, etc., had any type of hate speech. And again, even then, you say, oh, well, it could be, it might not be including things. But also keep this in mind, too. You don't specify what counts as hate speech. Because there are certain people out there who think that me calling Rhea Mary Sue is hate speech, when that is just describing her character. I'm sorry, but I don't trust anything. The fact that you tried to explain away 6% and now you're trying to make excuses for 1% tells me that, okay, so what is the point of this study? What is the point if you're just going to try and explain away your findings, which prove without a shadow of a doubt that it is indeed extremely, extremely small majority? Because again, only 1% have hate speech. Only 1%, so minuscule, so small, and yet that 1% drove Daisy Ridley off. That 1% somehow just drove, I mean, this is just Twitter, but somehow that same 1% must have ballooned over to 30% or something, even worse over on Instagram, that drove Kelly Marie Tran off. So again, obviously there's a lot more going on than they want to actually put forward. Again, what about bots? Oh yeah, let's talk about the bots. Tweets by bots contain offensive language less often than tweets by humans, 3% instead of 6%. Oh my goodness, 3% by bots. The hate speech. Oh, the hate. And here's we go. Identity politics influences abuse. I wanted to know how people tweet about Star Wars in general and how that differs from how they tweet about women and minorities in Star Wars. I compare general Star Wars related tweets to tweets about Kelly Marie Tran, the actress harassed on Instagram, or about Rose Tico, her Last Jedi character. The proportion of tweets with offensive language doubled to 12% because, again, it was a bad character. So, of course, there's going to be a lot more bad language in there. And hate speech jumps. I love how 60% from 1.1 to 1.8%. Oh, my God. It's an epidemic of mass proportions. Like I said yesterday, guys, the epidemic is still going on. Anyway, guys, so I know that I covered this yesterday, but to me, this is a very important thing. That's not because Rose Tico is an unpopular character. The algorithm measures abuse, not dislike. Really? Okay, well, guys, that's the Washington Post article, so tell me your thoughts about it. Do you think that there is just this massive thing? I mean, oh my goodness, 37 fan accounts run by men and 26 by women. Oh my God, guys, the tweet gap. Oh my goodness, they're talking about, that's right, tweet male podcasters, 1 in 450, female podcasters negative, 1 in 280. Oh my God, guys, there's a tweet gap, guys. So I want to know in the comments, one, what are you going to tell YouTube? What are you going to tweet at YouTube? What are you going to message to YouTube? Because I would really like to know, because honestly, I have a feeling that this video is also going to be demonetized very, very quickly, even though, again, never cursed, never did anything, again, really oh my goodness, advertisers we don't want to support that. What? Because I'm talking about an article and explaining just how nonsensical it is? Again, I'm just being honest. Again, I'm not saying anything too crazy. I'm not Alex Jonesing it. Oh my God, I said Alex Jones. I'm going to be demonetized now too. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on YouTube, and also what your thoughts are on this nonsense. And again, I know I'm covering this again, but it's because I kind of want to make a point. I kind of want to see, okay, this is a different video now talking about the similar topic. But let's see if I change the name of the title, if I get demonetized, or if it really is picking up on certain keywords that I say in my videos. Because if that's the case, I want to know, give me a list, YouTube, of words that I cannot say that are subject to demonetization. Because guess what? That's going to help not only large channels, but also channels like mine that might struggle to get to that 1,000 view threshold just for you to review the damn thing. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. You are all amazing people, and I love you so much. I'm going to end this with positivity, with love. And guess what? My love is 100%. My hate is closer to 1.8%. And that's very low. Have a great day. And as always,